Hello everyone, welcome to another shir for the Zera Shimshon. I think it's going on my third year now, and I hope everybody has any comments you can make down below, and if you want something else, maybe I will try to do more in the Hebrew this year. This was most of the pieces were very long, so I'm going to try to cut it short to keep to the English this week, and because it's very late here, and it's almost Shkia, so let's post this up as soon as we can. So it's actually Gimel, the third day of Mar Cheshvan. Okay, Tavshin Pei Gimel. Again, so this is Parshat Noach. Why did the generation of the flood was punished? Vayemer Elokim leNoach Kates kol basar bo lefonai ki mala haaretz chamas mipneihem v'hineni mashchisam es haaretz. Hashem said to Noach, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with robbery through them. And behold, I am about to destroy them from the earth. So the Masechah Sanhedrin in 108a points out that the decree of destruction was signed and sealed only because the generation of the flood stole from one another. So Chazal used the word nechtam, sealed, in connection with the decree that the world would be destroyed because of theft. But we know that they were being punished for immorality. I mean, the main sin they did was immorality. That's a Rashi. What's more, the Torah itself seems to imply that the main problem with the generation was immorality and not theft. I mean, we can really see it right in the pasuk here. It says, why does it say the end of all flesh? What's the flesh got to do with stealing? Okay. Anyway, and the main stealing they did was not real theft. It was chamas. I mean, they actually paid for the object. They put the money down and ran. That's it. They took it and ran. They didn't ask how much it cost. They just grabbed it from the person. Anyway, that's another whole drasha. Anyway, the Gemara in Bracha seems to, discusses 32a, discusses the pasuk in Dvorim that refers to di zahav. What does that mean? There were implications. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't want to give them musar directly. He implied what they did wrong. So which seems to mean a place name, but which is interpreted as enough gold. It means dai zahav. Okay. Moshe Rabbeinu was having a conversation with Hashem. The reason the Yidden made an egel because they met incredible quality of gold they received from you. A quantity of gold. It was so much that they said, enough, die. Rabbi Shmuel Bar Nachmani says, in the name of Rabbi Yonasan, how did you know that Hashem agreed with Moshe? Because it says, they have accumulated silver and gold, and they made the Baal. So said in the Pasuk in Hosea. When Hashem judged the generation of the flood for their abominable and immoral behavior, he knew that they would theoretically argue that they were be compelled to sin by the incredible abundance of good in their lives. As the Gemara writes, they had so much good, and Hashem gave them a taste of the world to come. Things were so out of control that even the angels who were banished from heaven and sent to earth as a punishment for bad behavior ended up sinning. And if that was not the case, what could Hashem? If that was the case, then what could Hashem expect from regular human beings? This brings us back to the matter of their stealing. Although people of the flood may have been able to argue their way out of being punished for their immoral behavior, there is no way for them to argue their way out of being punished for theft. They were asking for a reprieve, claiming that it was too hard to live a moral life when surrounded by such an abundance of luxury. If that was the case, how could they possibly justify stealing? After all, they were all so wealthy. You can't have it both ways. Either steal because you need money, or live immorally because you have too much, and not both. The fact that they stole despite being so wealthy proved that the real reason why they were stealing was not because they were lacking anything, okay, but because they wanted to anger the Ribono Shel Olam, which is why they deserved to be punished. This was what Chazal meant when they said that their sentence was sealed because of the stealing. While it was true that their main transgression and subsequent punishment had to do with immoral behavior. It was the stealing that stripped them of any sort of defense of their sins. Yes. Does that sound like something that we have going on today? All right. I'm going to leave it at this. A segula on Shabbos is to make sure that everybody has kavana when you say vaychulu and kiddush on Leil Shabbos. And that it's only another 6 days, so says the Rabbi Chaim Kanievski. It's another 6 days, that's all. That's all the world was created for. Enjoy it while you have it. Thank you. Have a good Shabbos.